Hi guys, how's it going? So I didn't give any prior notice about this live sesh. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave the camera, leave it running for a few minutes. I'm just going to get myself another drink of water. I've just been filming a few bits in here in the gym. So if you want to join, fantastic. Post any questions today to do with programming, how to schedule your training, and I'll try and help with those. This will just be a short live session, and the plan is to do some more regular ones if you enjoy this. So yeah, I'm going to basically leave this up running for okay. Still got 2 people. All right, let's answer that question about recovery then. So the question is, what's the best recovery method after a hard training session and to prioritize leg recovery? Obviously that applies to most players. So you've just finished a session 2 hours ago and your next session is tomorrow evening again. All right, cool. So first thing is that a lot of players are kind of trying to find the one magic thing which works in terms of recovery. And the truth is that it's a combination of things that are really going to help you. Just see if I can, that's better. So it's a combination of things that are going to help you recover most. It's not going to be ice baths just by itself. It's not going to be contrast by itself. They're sort of they're little things you can add in which will help you get the best results in terms of recovery. But really, the one main thing that you need to do, or sorry, the 2 main things are making sure you get enough sleep, because that's when your body's going to recover and repair itself most. So making sure you get at least 8 hours tonight. Secondly, is your nutrition as well. Those are the 2 main things which are going to really help you with your recovery. So in terms of nutrition, making sure you're getting carbohydrates on board again so that your muscle glycogen can start to replenish, because that's going to be your energy source for tomorrow's session. And if you don't fill those back up again, and then you start training tomorrow, you're only going to further deplete them, and it's then going to take you even longer to get those carbohydrates, muscle glycogen stores back up again. The second one, obviously, a lot of players think that protein is actually more important than carbohydrates, but carbohydrates should be your number 1 priority, because it's your main fuel source for playing football and to be able to keep yourself performing at a high level consistently throughout the week. If you don't get that right, then you'll find yourself feeling fatigued and tired. Protein as well is obviously going to help your muscles repair. And in the 2-hour window post-train, if you had a hard training session or a hard match, the 2 hours post the training on the match, it's a prime window to utilize to get that nutrition in, because your body's going to be like a sponge soaking it all up. Now, obviously, sometimes you might not be able to get the food in that you want during that window. Life gets in the way sometimes, but if you can, that's the best thing you can do. If you don't hit that period, then you're still obviously going to take in the nutrients after that period, but it's not going to be as effective. Your muscles aren't going to be as effective as at soaking up all that nutrition. So 2 things really are sleep and what you eat straight after your session and tomorrow, which is going to prepare you for your next session. And then add into that, to get even better results, obviously a cool bath, so not necessarily an ice bath, just a cold water bath is going to help reduce any inflammation, help flush the blood through the muscles. You've also got things like compression tights as well, which can do the same thing. So they're compressing your muscles and helping with the blood flow and helping it return down and back up to your body, and just getting your blood moving through the muscles, bringing the oxygenated blood to them. And what else can we think of? Yeah, the main 2 things really are sleep and nutrition. Then you can add in there your baths, you can add in there compression tights, but nothing by itself is really going to get the job done. It's combining all those things which is going to give you the best possible chance of feeling really recovered really well. Ultimately, it all boils down to how well conditioned you are, because say, for example, you have one session which makes you feel really fatigued, but that might not have the same impact on someone. Let's just use Ronaldo as an example. So Ronaldo, because he's built up such a work capacity over time, it takes a lot more stress for him to feel fatigued. And when he does feel fatigued, his body has adapted and enables him to recover far quicker than sort of players who are playing amateur, semi-professional, even some pro players who aren't as conditioned as him. He's just able to have a much greater work rate because his work capacity is so much higher, which means that when he gets fatigued or when he does a really hard session, it's not actually that hard for his body to recover because it's not caused that much stress to his body. Cool. I don't think we've got any more questions. If you're catching up watching this live later on, then we'll try and do them a bit more. Every single week, we're going to try and do some live sessions. If you're watching this, there's actually a trial. If you're watching this, that you can access via this video to the Matchfit Academy. So 7-day free trial. Lots of the answers that you've probably, lots of the questions that you've probably got are answered already in there. So you can access all the answers for free for 7 days via the link that I've added to the description or the comments box, wherever that's around this video here. So I'm not sure if you're still here, but I hope that answers helped you in terms of your recovery and helping you feel ready for your training session again tomorrow. And yeah, cool, nice one, got that. I'm not sure if we can actually go like sort of video to video. That would be really cool. Then we could actually have a conversation rather than text. Maybe we have to figure that out another time. Let's have a look. There doesn't seem to be any sort of option to do that. I don't think. I think on Instagram you can do that, but I just want to keep this sort of inside the Facebook group because I know all you guys are taking your football really seriously. So yeah, if there's no more questions, then I guess we'll call it for that live session. But if you're watching this later on, then give us a thumbs up and even comment so that you know that you liked it, and then we can do some more sessions to answer some more questions that you guys have got. Okay, new question come in. How can I run fast? So this is from Vanja. Sorry if I've absolutely butchered your name there. I'm terrible with names, but try my best. How can I run faster? What is the best way to increase speed? That's a question that comes in all the time. Again, that's answered fully inside the Matchfit Academy. There's a 7-day free trial to access the answers there, just by clicking the link. But to give you a good idea, everyone can train themselves to be able to run faster because it comes down to a number of things. So we've got obviously your movement mechanics. So if you can move more efficiently, then you're going to move faster. Strength, though, it really is the thing which underpins how fast you can go. Because the stronger you are, the more force you can apply. But we obviously get strong players who are relatively slow. So you get some players that are twice as strong as other players, but the players which are weaker are actually faster. And the reason behind that is that even though they've got more strength and they can produce more force, they can't apply it to the ground as quickly enough to be able to then propel themselves forwards if we're talking about sprinting at a faster rate. So it might help them with things like situations like holding the ball up, but when it comes to actually sprinting and moving at speed, then they're not able to apply that strength to the ground to become a faster player. You've got less than 0.2 seconds to apply all the force that you can produce in your body into the ground to propel forwards. And if you don't get all the force that you've got into the ground, that's going to limit the speed that you got. So with speed training, we're really working on developing the nervous system to fire more explosively to the muscles so that your muscles can produce a greater amount of force in a short amount of time. That's what it's all about. We're not trying to increase strength just so that we've got more strength equals more speed. We need to make sure we've got strength, obviously, but be able to apply that at a faster rate, which is down to conditioning the nervous system. The other thing which comes into it is obviously training your reaction times as well. So we've got mechanics, reaction times, and building strength, because that's the foundation of speed and explosiveness. If you're more agile and you've got better reactions, then you're just going to be able to react quicker. You might be slower than another player who's twice as fast as you, but if they're twice as slow at reacting to things, you're going to get to the ball first. So you need to work on a number of different things to do with speed to really enhance your performance in that. The last thing is anticipation as well, which comes with experience. So if you can read the game better and you can anticipate things happening, that means you're going to be a faster player because you can anticipate where the ball's going to go and you're going to get there first. So if you combine that with good movement mechanics, if you combine it with good reaction times and good strength, then you're going to be a really sort of effective, fast player on the pitch, assuming that you've worked on acceleration and you're working in multi-directional movements as well, because football isn't just linear, we're moving in all directions. And with that, we really want to focus on acceleration mainly, because in football, you're really sort of working in terms of speed over shorter distances. You never really get to hit your max speed unless you're someone like Carl Walker, he gets to bomb it down the line. He might reach his top speed, but then he would make his training more specific to him. But I can guarantee more often than not, he's doing the short accelerations, and if he's no good at those, then he's really going to struggle. It doesn't matter how high his top speed is. If his acceleration isn't good, or if your acceleration isn't as good as your top speed, you're going to struggle when you're playing football. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Again, if you want a more complete answer that you can keep going back to, 7-day free trial, Matchfit Academy, lots of advice in there that you can refer to in terms of your speed training. If you're looking for a program, then obviously we've got the speed training program on our website, which is 4 weeks long and designed to be done during the season. And again, it focuses on acceleration, that program, because if we focus on max speed, which is using slightly heavier loads, we're going to cause a lot more soreness and fatigue, which is not what we want during the season. We don't want to be carrying soreness into matches and team sessions. So the speed program on the Matchfit website is it focuses on acceleration mainly, and it also obviously has gym work in there as well, because that's part of conditioning your nervous system to fire at a greater speed. So you can apply that force into the ground, or as much force as you possibly can in under 0.2 seconds, so you become a faster player. Cool. Right, I think that's all the questions that are there. If you want to ask another one, you've got 5 seconds, and then I'm going to dash off. But this is cool. I'm enjoying doing this, guys. So thanks for your questions. If you asked one there, it's really cool. Again, they're common questions which come in a lot. We've also got our blog on our website. You can get some more training tips on there. Yeah, it's really about sort of keeping yourself educated so that you can add these little things into your training, test them out on you. Everyone's different. See what works for you. And over time, you'll start to see major progress compared to players who aren't doing this sort of thing. But in terms with fitness, really you need to be consistent over a long period of time. Although when it does come to speed training, you can see good changes in a short space of time because you're training the nervous system. But generally, the more trained you are, the slower the progress is going to be. Whereas if you're just starting out, you're going to see a lot quicker progress. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope that answer helped. 20 minutes gone already. That absolutely flew by. But cool, right? So hopefully you'll hear from me in the live sessions. I'm also trying to I'd like to line up Sean, nutrition coach, to do a few lives as well. And also Yanni, who's another strength and conditioning coach, so that you guys can tune in and ask some questions there. And I'll also make sure that we advertise when we're going to do the live so that you can tune in and ask some questions as well. Once this is done, I'm going to upload it to the Matchfit Academy so that the members inside the Academy can refer back to the live sessions. And yeah, cool. Right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a good week. Enjoy your training. Hope you feel fresh for training tomorrow. your pal, and have a good one.